Hi guys. So today we're going to look at surface area of 3D solids. The first object we have here is a cone, and this cone is made of the circular base and then the lateral area, which is the side of the cone. Okay, so the formula for the area, for the surface area of a cone is the area of the base, which is a circle, plus this lateral area, which can be calculated by multiplying pi times r times s, and s represents the slant height. We don't know the slant height, so we have to figure it out, but notice that the altitude and the radius of this cone together make a right triangle. So since this is a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So s squared has to equal 6 squared plus 8 squared, which means s squared is 100. So s is 10. So now that we know all the information, we can plug it into our formula. So the surface area of this cone is going to be pi times 6 squared plus pi times the radius is again 6 and the slight height is 10. So that gives us 36 pi plus 60 pi, okay, which means the surface area of this cone is 96 pi units, square units. Remember that surface area is two-dimensional, so it's square units, okay. Next we have our cylinder, okay. And the cylinder is made up of two circular bases and this lateral surface. And this lateral surface basically is a rectangle that has the same height as the cylinder, and the base of the rectangle is the circumference since it wraps around the entire cylinder. So the formula for the surface area of a cylinder is going to be two bases, so 2 pi r squared times, for this rectangle is going to be the circumference, so 2 pi r times the height of the whole cylinder. So we know the height, but we don't know the radius because we only have diameter, but remember the radius is half of the diameter, so the length of the radius in the cylinder is 4. Okay, so we know the radius, we know the height, we can plug those in. So the surface area is going to be equal to 2 pi times 4 squared plus 2 pi. Radius is 4 and the height is 12. This gives us 16 times 2 is 32 pi plus 2 times 4 is 8 times 12 is 96 pi. So it means that surface area of this cylinder is going to be 128 pi units squared. Okay. Our next solid is a triangular prism, and this triangle prism is made of two triangle bases right here on both sides. So we will find the area of those two bases, plus if I connect all of these lateral surfaces together, I'm going to create a big rectangle that's going to have the same height as the triangle prism, and the base of the triangle is going to be just equal to the perimeter of the triangle. So the formula for this particular one is going to be surface area equals 2 times the area of the bases, which is the triangle. So 2 bases plus the perimeter of the base times the height. Okay, so we know most of the information that we need, but we don't know this length right here, okay? And we will need it for the perimeter of the triangle. So notice that this triangle is a right triangle that has the legs 3 and 4. So again, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So x squared has to equal 3 squared plus 4 squared, which means x squared is equal to 25 and x equals 5. So now we have all the information, we can plug those in. So surface area is going to be 2 times the area of the base, which is a triangle, so 1/2. Base of the triangle is 4, height is 3, plus the perimeter of the triangle, which is 3 plus 4 plus 5, times the height of the entire prism, which is 10. So this will simplify to 12 plus 120. So the surface area of this triangle prism is going to be 132 square units. Okay, our next object is a rectangular prism. The formula is exactly the same. We know all the dimensions. So basically we have the surface area is going to be there are two bases, and those bases are 2 by 8, plus the perimeter of the base, which is 2 times 8 plus 2 times 2, times the height of the entire prism, which is 6. So that gives us 16 times 2 is 32. 2 times 8 is 20. 20 times 6 is 120. So the surface area of this rectangular prism is going to be 152 units squared. Okay. Our fifth shape is half of a sphere. Okay. So hemisphere, which is made up with, we would find the surface, half of the surface area of the sphere, but we also have to add this circle right here because that is the base for this shape. So the surface area here is going to be 1/2 of the sphere, which is 4 pi r squared, plus the area of that circle, which is going to be pi r squared. So if I simplify this formula, I'm going to get 2 pi r squared plus pi r squared, right? 2 pi r squared plus pi r squared. So the total formula for that surface area is 3 pi r squared. Okay, so all we have to do is now plug in our radius. So diameter was 12, which means radius is going to be 6. So 3 times pi times 6 squared, which gives us 36 times 3, which is 108 pi. So surface area is 108 pi. Right. Okay, next we have a pyramid. Okay, it looks like a square pyramid. So again, we are going to do the formula, which is surface area is going to be the area of the base plus, this is a pyramid, so 1/2 times the perimeter of the base times the slant height. Okay, and we know we have all the information, so the base is going to be just a square, so 6 squared plus 1/2. The perimeter of the base is going to be 4 times 6, and the slant height is 8. So surface area here is going to equal to 36 plus 4 times 6 is 24, divided by 2 is 12, 12 times 8 is 96. So surface area of this triangular pyramid is going to be 132 units. Okay, and there you have it. I hope this helps.